Hi, welcome to BONITA'S Kitchen and thank you for joining us. Well, today I'm excited to bring to you a recipe that I've been wanting to bring out for a little bit because we've had viewers say anything bacon. So today we're going to be making bacon scones, just in time for the season where you're having soups and stews and you want to have a nice, some sort of a bun or a biscuit. This is going to be perfect. Bacon scones. So if they interest you, stick around and let's get started.
Always an open door. BONITA'S kitchen to yours. BONITA'S kitchen to yours.
So right here I have got already fried bacon. We fried up a full pack of bacon, made them nice and crispy, put the bacon fat into a mason jar, let it come out in the fridge. You see all the bacon little drippings is at the bottom and the clear is at the top. I got a half a cup of cold shredded up butter, and that's what we're going to be using with this today. So the bacon, put it out on your board and chop it to small little bacon bits. We'll talk about that more as we go. I'm going to say you need about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of bacon bits, and you can have them chunky if you want to, or you can have them just little small ones. If you don't want to fry up your own bacon and you wanted to buy the bacon bits, that's fine, but we usually wait until the bacon goes down on sale. And then we'll pick up a couple of extra packs for making bacon bits. Just frying it down, reaming out that fat and making bacon bits.
It's nice to have a couple of packs, Bonita, because you don't know if you want to taste it. Make sure you get that flavor. Like,
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
We know all about it, Raymond. You know, everybody likes to have bacon bits for lots of things. Of course, Raymond, for snacking on, but as well for salads, putting on those fancy pizza sandwiches that you like making that we shared with our viewers. This is about 1/4 cup here, you can see. So I'm going to now start with putting the dry ingredients into my mixer. You can do this recipe by hand, or you could do it with your stand-up mixer. That's totally fine, but let's start on that. So I got 2 cups of sifted flour here. I'm going to take out about a tablespoonful for when we're ready to roll out our flour, roll out our scones. So we're going to put the 2 cups of sifted flour into my stand-up mixer. I'm going to have a little help today with mine, along with Raymond there, you know.
Oh, okay, so you want me to taste the bacon?
Oh yeah, the bacon, you know you do. That was 1/4 teaspoonful of baking soda and 3 teaspoonfuls of baking powder. So pretty much what we'll do there is put on our little paddle, and we got here as well, I'm using the brown sugar. I'm going to fluff it there for a little bit. It's about 2 teaspoonfuls or 2 tablespoonfuls. Because we don't want this sweet, and I want the brown sugar so that it's incorporated nice, got that caramel taste to it. So we're going to turn on this mixer just to work this around. All right then, so what we'll do next, we're going to be tossing in there 1/2 cup of cold butter. So what I did, I'm going to move this again. What I did was kind of cut it up in little pieces. You cut it up in chunks. You can shred it, whatever works for you, of course. And so it can blend into this nice until it all gets crumbled. And I'm going to show you another tip. Now, I don't do this all the time, but when I know that I'm going to be making something that I want some bacon fat, I put it into a little mason jar and I put it in my fridge until I'm ready to use it. I mean, you could leave it there for a month. That's fine. It's not going to go bad, just as long as it's in the fridge, and that's fine. So I'm going to take I'm going to say about 1/4 cup of this. I'm going to leave the bottom portion of it and put in with the half a cup of that hard butter, and this way that would represent 3/4 cup of butter if you don't want to use the bacon fat. That's entirely up to you, but have it cold bacon fat, cold butter. So I'm going to put my paddle back on, and what I'm going to do is let this go around till it starts to get a little crumbled. I'll show you what that looks like when it gets to it. Alrighty. So now, I'll take this off because I don't know if this is in the way, Raymond, or not.
No,
but
we're looking good.
it's
on
way,
this
yeah.
side.
So pretty much you can see it there. Still got some chunks of that butter in there, but pretty much we just want it for it to be crumbled, all incorporated as much as you can in through. If you don't want to use white flour, you could use wheat flour, and if you don't want to use brown sugar, you can use white sugar, cane sugar, or an organic sugar. So now I'll show you what's next. So what we're going to be using here is 1 large egg, and of course I always got to drop that shell down there, Raymond. For some reason, that's a giving. I'm going to whisk this together, pop it into a bigger bowl, and I'm using evaporated milk. Now, pretty much you probably notice in a lot of our shows, we use evaporated milk in cooking lots and also baking. So we got a seafood chowder there. That's the base is evaporated milk because it's absolutely delicious, and it doesn't matter. You could use whatever brand you want, just as long as evaporated milk, and just pour it in with the milk and whisk that around. So now while I'm whisking this quickly, we're not going to be putting any salt in this recipe, because if you're using salted butter or salted bacon. So for me today, I'm using a salted butter but an unsalted bacon. So you choose what works for you, and eliminate that. And if you wanted to use a vegetarian bacon, you can do that as well. Cook it up and chop it in little chunks and eliminate the bacon fat and just substitute it with more butter. I'm going to pour now this milk and egg mixture into the bowl. So just finish tossing that in there. Get every little taste, of course. And if when you're working your flour and stuff, if you need more flour or even more milk, you could use a little extra for sure. I'm going to toss in there as well that delicious bacon bits. I managed to keep it from Raymond.
Yeah, they went close to
I know, right?
a bacon cheese sandwich for sure.
All right, back on with my paddle. Down goes the mixer, and I'm going to turn it on just until it starts to form a ball, but don't over mix it. And when we say don't over mix it, because you don't want to make that butter too hot, and if you find that it is, you can put your buttered mixture into the fridge to cool down. Just wrap it in some saran. I'm going to take this out here now and finish working it with my hand, and let's roll it out. Get yourself a piece of clear wrap and then dump out the mixture onto that. And of course you can see the extra crumbs there because my mixer don't give me that glory to scoop it all in there, but that's fine because we're going to bring that in anyway. So we're going to flatten this out onto the saran, and pretty much what you're going to do now is cover it with the saran wrap, or the clear wrap. I could keep saying saran wrap, but that's really just a name brand. Like this. Give it a good pinching, and put it in the fridge for about half an hour and let the butter harden again. And then take it out and I'll show you what to do then.
And make sure you pinches it your best.
Yeah, just gives it a, just make sure all of the mixture is together, right? So now we will take our dough out of the fridge and unwrap it. So putting it in the fridge again, just to make it clear for anyone that's unsure, it helps harden that butter up again, because when you're working it, it makes it soft. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to sprinkle, even though I got some shavings of as you can see, dough there. I want to put some flour on the board. That'll all come together there. And put some over the top. And what we're going to do is lightly roll out this dough. Just...
I got a quick question. Say if I was making this at home and watching the show.
Yeah.
How long would you leave that in the fridge for? Any particular time or?
Welcome back, Raymond. Welcome back to BONITA'S kitchen. We had said half an hour before that.
Okay.
But we understand because our viewers love you and they love your questions. So that's fine. Half an hour is lots of time to put it in the fridge for the butter to harden again.
See? It's always nice to check.
It is, Raymond. You're absolutely. So now I don't want to roll it too tight because I don't want to make this tough. But I just want it that is about a ½ inch thick, just to have a nice shape to this scone. What you would do, you could make it, of course, whatever sizes you want. But I just want little small scones. So to put on the side of a bowl of soup or a nice bowl of chowder, because this is going to be delicious. So cut it in 3 pieces and of course on an angle like this to make it shaped like a scone. And keep doing that. I'm going to put it over to my table. A piece of parchment paper onto a cookie tray, and then the opposite way when you cut it there. So you see I got one way, and that way it sort of makes that square, right? And then just put it on the tray, and I'll show you again. So you go one way and then the other way, and that's about as big as I'm going to make it. Pretty much keep going like that to make the same size. But now in the meantime, if you want them a little bigger, that's fine too. I'll remove this in here, Raymond. I don't know if it's in your view or not, or if I got it out of your view.
No, it's pretty good.
It's good. And pretty much do that. If you want it a bigger size, well, just cut it that way to make it bigger. I just like it this size because it's perfect little biscuit size, even though we're making scones. But if you're serving it with a bowl of soup or just because, that's all you need to do there. Now remember, they don't have to be perfect, because when you're baking yourself, you don't have to make anything perfect. Like this one is going to be a little awkward, this one is going to be shaped different, and this one there screams out Raymond. So that's all you need to do there. What I'm going to do, I got some extra bacon bits here, and I got some melted butter. You can do an egg wash and just put over each one just to help with getting that golden brown on it. And again, it don't have to be overbaked. It's just 15 minutes in the oven, 15 to 20 minutes depending on your oven. And I got my oven going there now for 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And And then I'm going to pop this in the center rack. So we're just going to add on a couple extra pieces of bacon bits on the top, because that's just the way I roll here today. Knowing that Raymond, here you go Raymond, I'm going to pass you some bacon bits, because he's just, you know, it's just no pleasing these cameramen, you know, they got to be fed, and you know what he's like. So that's all we need to do there. Now I'm going to pop mine in the oven, and I'll show you what they look like when they're baked. Yum, it smells amazing in here too, all this bacon going on.
I know that bacon tastes pretty good too.
In the oven they go. Bacon scones are baked. Now I'm going to take them out and show you what they look like. And they smell amazing. Oh my gosh, Emma, they smell absolutely amazing. And I mean, just look, a nice golden brown on the bottom. They, like you said, I can't wait. I got some chicken noodle soup here to have with it. Wow, just...
I can picture a half a dozen of them with a bowl of soup.
Half a dozen, Raymond, yes, that's right. I can see it too, for sure. Well, we're going to have some now with some soup. Put them out onto a cooling rack. Serve them hot. Serve them room temperature. Rewarm them in the microwave, whichever way, or in the air fryer, whichever way you have them is delicious. Now I'm going to add a little taste. Yum. So I just got here a nice bowl of chicken noodle soup that we got whipped up here. Just look, to have with these. I know that Raymond is excited about it. We'll make a cup of tea. And I got some jam here to put on mine, because I don't know, something about jam for me with these scones is absolutely perfect. And you can cut into them, or just break them apart. Just look, just lovely. And add another little smidgen of butter. That's fine too. Now I'm going to have a little taste.
Just imagine, Bunny, you got homemade soup, homemade jam, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the homemade scones.
All on BONITA'S kitchen. You can make it, yeah, for sure. It smells absolutely amazing in here, and I know that everyone out there that loves bacon is just going to love these to pieces. I'm going to have a little taste, and of course I got my marmalade jam on it, which is not sensible. So delicious. Even without the marmalade jam, because I'm after having a sample. I can't wait for you to make this. The flavor of the bacon going through, the nice crunch of the outside of these scones, and the softness inside. Oh my goodie. 2 thumbs up. And people that ask for anything bacon, you must try this. If you haven't already tried a scone with bacon, this is like a breakfast in a bun. So good. Of course, I'm going to give it a 2 thumbs up, because this is one of those recipes that if you like any types of pastries or scones or tea buns, they are delicious. Add it to your list. I'm going to leave the recipe in under this video. As well as going to be links to soups and stews and chowders and other types of scones. Our website is www.bonitaskitchen.com. We're also going to share it on our Facebook page, and of course join us on our Facebook page, because we're always sharing up and coming things. And of course, you never know, we could be just giving away a gift for a drawer, either on the apron or the cookbook. So don't miss out on anything. As well, you can watch all of our videos right here on YouTube. So we're not going to take much more of your time. Certainly know it's precious, and we do appreciate each and every one of you stopping by each week. And I know we have been saying we're sharing some old videos there as well, and we're putting them in and redoing them as shorts. So if you see them up there, they're not our sole videos. They're just old ones we want for our new subscribers to see. And of course, for anyone that haven't seen them, kind of slipped by you during one of those weeks, we want to show you those again. But we will be sharing new videos each week as well, or opposite weeks. So we're going to do a big shout out to our paid members. Thank you again for supporting Bonita's Kitchen. To all of our subscribers, we so appreciate you following us for these 11 plus years. And welcome to our new subscribers. So on behalf of myself,
And me, of course.
Raymond, and our team, and from our kitchen to yours, thank you for joining us. And
You have a wonderful day.
Join us by the sea.
Toodaloo.
A journey in culinary. Always an open door. Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen. To yours.